Okay. Stop scrolling right now. And just look at this picture right here. Now, let me ask you a question. How old do you think this person is? So just looking at this picture. If you said 16, you guessed it correctly. Yeah, shocking. Is he like somewhat genetically a genetic anomaly? Or is he just stuffed with juice? But I don't think this body is made out of broccoli and chicken. I think it's the special sauce that has made this boy, the 16-year-old boy, look the way he is right now. I know. This video will ruffle some feathers. But I mean, I've stirred a pot with the fat talk. Oh, I think it's time to leave the girls a bit alone. And let's check on the gym bros. But before we go, hi, my name is Ida. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, make sure you check out my other videos and consider subscribing. If you are already a subscriber, thank you for coming back and checking me out again. So like this video and comment, engage so that we can reach more people that like this type of content. Let's talk about anabolic steroids. The product that promises to give you the shape of your dreams. A shape that, let's face it, would be impossible to reach. I just want to preface by saying that in the United States, it's illegal to prescribe steroids for aesthetic reasons. You heard me right. It is illegal in the US to prescribe, dispense, or distribute anabolic steroids for non-medical reasons, such as bodybuilding, muscle enhancement, or improving appearance. Do they get it in the black market? Do they have a friend who's a doctor? Like, how do they get it? I don't know, but it's not something that, just like in Brazil, is not really something people are enforcing. And the reason why it is illegal to prescribe it for non-medical reasons, it's because it's a controlled substance. They are strictly regulated due to high potential for abuse and serious health risks. I know that a lot of people that do bodybuilding, if they're not competing in the natural category, they all use steroids. And now we have teenagers using steroids. Before we check this TikTok's account, let's very quickly check what I think it's Dr. Mike said to Dr. Mike on the effects of steroids.
You mentioned from personal experience being aware of the dark side of anabolic use. What is that?
How long do you have? Anxiety like you would not believe. Every day that I'm on high doses, I wake up in the morning afraid of the rest of my day. Intrusive thoughts. I think about violence all the time. Well, if your testosterone is 25 times what it's supposed to be, what the hell do you think it's going to make you think about? Another one is a marked proximate reduction of IQ. Like right now, as I talk to you, I'm on contest prep. I'm on a considerable dose of anabolics. I'm not as smart right now, and I can feel it. It's this fog, an inability to perceive a broad spectrum of positive human emotion. I live in a really beautiful area in Michigan, and I walk out and there's this pond and these trees, and I know that I like looking at them, but it's a memory to me. I go work out every morning and I look at the pond and the trees and I'm like all I feel is rage and frustration and anger. That's my daily life.
You really are willing to go through all of this just to have a nice body. But then you can come to me and say, no, but I go to a doctor. I follow it with the doctor. There is no safe dosage of anabolic steroids. The reason why you go to the doctor is because you want to mitigate the damages, because there are a lot, including life-risking effects. I'm gonna go like a full-on like Blair, I don't know, whatever. Like, you know, when she made this video about like fat acceptance, people that died. Boston Lloyd, 29 years old, bodybuilder, dead. Dallas McCaver, 26 years old, bodybuilder, dead. Now let's take a look at this little kid here. When he was a little kid, Eric THGT. I think his account was taken down and he's either has created a new account or this is a fan post account. That's him at 13 years old. Nothing wrong with it, right? 13 years old. Looks 13. Now that's his 7-month transformation. Okay, I think this is copyrighted. Look what happened to him at 7 months. Look at this. Look at the size. But look at the size of his arms. That's not normal, especially if you were 15 years old at the time. Like, that's not normal. Like, when you're 15, like, your body's still like trying to figure out whether or not it wants to grow a beard. And you're just like throwing like steroids like there is no tomorrow. And this is his 11-month transformation. That's scary. Look at this. I think it's copyrighted music, so we're not gonna listen. Is it? Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. We're talking about a person whose brain is not fully developed, taking substances that will alter their brain development. This is an AI overview here that I'm gonna read to you. Anabolic androgenic steroids, AAS, can cause significant brain alterations, including heightened aggression, roid rage, mood swings, and cognitive impairments in memory and attention. We're talking about a kid whose brain is not fully developed. His frontal lobe, it'll take at least 10 more years for it to fully develop, and it's taking steroids. Where are these kids' parents? How is he getting the money to buy the substances? And how are the parents not looking at that? And how are they okay with it?
Today I want to welcome you all and I want to talk about violence against children. It is a big no-no.
So the key effects on steroids on the brains are behavioral and emotional changes. Chronic use is strongly associated with increased irritability, aggression, violence, and impulsivity. Users may experience rapid mood swings, mania, hypomania, and depression. Cognitive dysfunction. Steroids can impair cognitive dysfunction, especially affecting memory, recall, retention, and attention. Users may experience increased cognitive fatigue and difficulty concentrating. Let me tell you something. I did not have to take any substance to have attention, difficulty concentrating, none of that. Let me tell you, it sucks. Now imagine being 15 and taking this sort of medication.
Yo, are you done?
Neurotoxin effects. High doses can damage nervous tissue and lead to a significant decrease in neuronal density in critical brain regions, including the hippocampus. The hippocampus is responsible for consolidating short-term memories into long-term memories and managing spatial navigation memory. Psychiatric disturbances. Beyond aggression, steroids can induce symptoms of paranoia, anxiety, and confusion. Remember what that guy told Dr. Mike. And if you're a woman on steroids, that can forever change your vocal cords, making you sound like a man. You can grow a beard, and you can kind of start creating a micro, like where the C should be will in your vajayjay, will get bigger.
From penis to vagina.
And these are irreversible. It's not like you can change your voice back. So be mindful of that.
Oh my god. Oh, what happened with my voice? This question, it will never disappear.
I smoke too much. I smoke too much.
Oh my god.
Now, I want you to look at his performance at the gym, okay? A reminder, he's 15 or 16, but I think here he's 16. He's carrying 230 pounds. Look at this. I mean, his face, like, remember in the first video, he looks like a kid. He looks like much older than he is, because of course he does. He's taking like hormones after hormones. Like, look at this. This is not normal, guys. And this is not a video I found of another person saying he benches 405 pounds. It's not normal for a 15-year-old kid who is still developing his body, his mind, to be able to lift so heavy.
It's a fake.
I mean, I know it's another sport, different types of like group muscles and everything. The Olympic record for snatch is 496 pounds and was broken by Lasha Kalakinadze.
Ever had a dreams that you
And that's what he looks like. That's him. That's what he looks like. Look at his size. And now, like, it makes me wonder, like, why are these teenagers doing this, right? Why are they risking? The answer is simple. I mean, again, he's either recreated his account or this is a fan account. But look at this. 2 million views, 4.7 million views. Like, is this a body of a 15-year-old? Is this a body of, look at his face, y'all. Oh my God, I can't stress because it's so shocking to me. 16.5 million views. Again, I don't know if that's because before he had way more followers, so I don't know if TikTok took it down because he's a teenager who's literally advocating for misuse of, like, illegal use of a controlled substance. But if only Eric was the only one.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only.
Because we have Zaid Tren. Again, don't know if TikTok took down his post, if that's a fan-made post. But this dude, 16-year-old, and he even jokes like 100% natty, and he makes a joke about it. Like, let's take a look at his transformation. Here we have a normal 16-year-old, normal looking 16-year-old kid. I get, especially when you're a teenager, the desire of having like a nice body, like I say that these bodies are, I think, usually more attractive to men than to women in general, but to each their own. But I get the appeal. You want to have this like muscular, strong body. I get it. I want the muscles too. I cannot wait to do this and have like nice, like showing muscles, but
The fat has to go.
and it won't go. Like, it's a toxic relationship, when you have an ex and you say, "Can you please go?" and they won't go. That's my body fat. But that's him. Normal teenager, right? 500 testosterone, 800 trembolone, and 50 anavar. that's him. Like, look at this. This, you see, like, this texture here? Like, that's not normal, especially on a 16-year-old. His brain is not fully developed yet. We know what Zaid takes. His whole personality on his TikTok revolves around the juice. Here's another video of him at the gym. Like, he's taking the juice at the gym. Where are these guys' parents? These boys, these kids there. He's taking these drugs because they're, look at this. Again, with the texture that is not normal. And I know he's 16, but usually when you take hormones, you're more prone to acne and all of that. Another reason not to want to take them. Look, I don't use any smoothing filters. That's my skin, okay? I'm getting some shedding because I put on like I'm using like an acid overnight, but that's my skin. I'm 40. No, I'm 38, and I'm not risking that skin. Of course, I have makeup on, but I'm not risking this skin for muscles. Nuh-uh. Now, let's pay attention at what he takes. About testosterone. Shall we? Testosterone can cause infertility. You heard me right. We have a 16-year-old kid who's not able to make lifelong decisions because his frontal lobe is not fully developed yet, but he's taking drugs that can make him infertile. And that's because you reduce sperm production. Because our brains, y'all, there's something about our brains is that it is lazy AF. Our brains, they want to maximize our results, doing as little effort as possible. Okay, that's just how humans are. So you are injecting your body with testosterone. Testosterone is responsible to signal the testicles to produce sperms. But then you are injecting your body with testosterone. Your body's gonna be like, why waste my time? I'm getting this for free, you know? So the suppression of these signals to produce sperm and natural testosterone often leads to a significantly reduced sperm count or a complete absence of sperm. Anabolic steroid abuse may lead to irreversible infertility, and the likelihood of recovery decreases with older age and longer duration of testosterone use. Looking at Zaid, I don't think he's going to stop using it anytime soon. Now, what really called my attention here was that he full on went and said he used trenbolone. Now, trenbolone, it's not approved by the FDA for human intake. Trenbolone is approved for veterinary uses. You are injecting your body with some substances that are supposed to be used in animals. It can lead to cardiovascular issues like hypertension, increase LDL, the bad cholesterol, and decrease HDL, good cholesterol, which raise the risk of heart disease and stroke. Liver and kidney damage. Due to its potency, it poses significant stress on these organs, potentially causing failure with long-term use. Lead to night sweats, insomnia, and atrophy and infertility. And we are not even talking about the effects that it can cause to the brain. And here's like, keep being afraid of the juice, bro. Like what I'm telling you, like that his entire feed it revolves around steroids. Yeah, keep being afraid of the steroids, bro, because let me tell you what's gonna cause to you if you keep taking it. Increased aggression and violence. There has been studies that examine the association between trenbolone, psychological distress, and aggression among males who use anabolic androgenic steroids. It is associated with severe neuropsychiatric and neurotoxicity effects. Trenbolone is strongly associated with heightened aggression, impulsivity, and violent behavior. Studies indicate a positive relationship between trenbolone dosage and levels of verbal aggression. Cognitive decline. Remember the guy that said that he feels dumb? There's like this mental fog. Users frequently report a mushy mind with impairments in thinking, memory, and concentration. It is associated with cognitive deficits, particularly in visual, spatial memory. Mood disturbances. Users report anxiety, depression, mood swings, and paranoia. Sleep disruption. Transomnia. Severe insomnia is a common side effect. And let's remember that your sleep, it's one of the biggest health factors you need to maintain. If your sleep's not good, you can have a great diet or whatever. Adjust your, if you're thinking of losing weight, adjust your sleep before you do anything else. Neurotoxicity and neurodegeneration. Research indicates that trenbolone induces apoptosis, programmed cell death in the hippocampal neurons. It also reduces brain volume and promotes the accumulation of Alzheimer's related protein. Again, y'all, he's 16. These are the effects. These are the effects it can cause in an adult, because I don't think there are studies that have examined the long-term effects people that start taking these drugs as teenagers. Now, I'm going to stress this one more time. His brain, body, everything is developing, and you are using drugs that are going to impair this development, that is going to change this development, that years in the future, you might develop cancer, have a stroke, have a heart disease. The fact that it's so easy to find these people on TikTok and then they serve as an inspiration. What's gonna, they have the body that they want, they have the attention that they want. And let's face it, attention and viewership is a currency nowadays. So what's gonna make him stop? And he literally makes money, or made money, using this. Now, this last one, I don't know if TikTok took it down, but I could not find his account. And I think this is the final boss under the name of Maximus Wad. Baby, do not stain the memory of our great gladiator Maximus, because that was a man who fought with honor, okay? And it's crazy to think that if the gladiator was made nowadays, like Russell Crowe would probably need to be completely jacked. And he wasn't, he just had like a healthy body. But look at this man. Like, this is his before and after. Look at him before and look at him now. Now, I don't know if if he has a CPAP machine because he wants to go viral. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. That's him before. That's him after. People, this here, it's not normal. It's not normal. This is not natural. And can you notice, like, his face, how it's like how his body, the texture is kind of like, when he was a teenager, he didn't have as many look at the texture. Kind of looks like acne, which again is an side effect from taking, look at this. This is not normal, nor is it natural. I have no idea what it says here, but it grosses me out. It grosses me out. I don't find this veins appearing and I mean, to each their own, but I think it's gross. I don't like it. I think it's ugly. I don't like it. And you have the CPAP machine, 20 years old. And you might be wondering, like, why the hell is he using a CPAP machine? He's using a CPAP machine because they treat obstructive sleep apnea, a condition commonly induced or worsened by the side effects of steroid uses. Here's why people on steroids use CPAP machines, because they have increased airway collapsibility. Steroids can lead to increased muscle mass, including in the neck, which can lead to a larger neck circumference and thicker soft tissues in the throat. This added tissue airway makes the airway more susceptible to narrowing or collapsing during sleep. So you will literally stop breathing as you sleep. So you suffocate. Fluid, it's very common also for like obese people, like like morbidly obese people to also use CPAP machines. Fluid retention, anabolic steroids can often cause fluid retention throughout the body, including in the soft tissues of the throat, counteracting reduced respiratory control. Some evidence suggests that steroids can negatively affect the brain's respiratory control centers, causing irregular breathing patterns during sleep. I don't know why he uses for training, but again, that is just crazy to see these very young boys using steroids. First of all, to be able to find this content on TikTok, I think their accounts have been taken down, but it's possible to re-upload this content, number one. Number two, it's very crazy to me to think don't these kids have parents? Because they're not boys, they're kids. They don't, like, where are the parents? Because there's no way you think that you're not stupid enough. Like, you're not that stupid to think that, oh, it's because I'm eating chicken and broccoli. That's why I'm this big. Where's my second camera here? I missed it today. I needed this today to like side eye, like bombastic side eye, if you think that's what's causing your kids to go from looking 15 to looking 21. And to be so readily available for kids to take them at the gym. It's not something they're not even trying to hide. Not only are they taking it in public spaces like the gym in front of everybody, but they're also like posting it on TikTok. And I don't know, because like fitness and looking a certain way, looking a certain way has become so desirable that something that should be treated as taboo, that that you should be doing like don't tell anyone. It's done openly, freely on social media for everyone to see, and worst of all, done by underage kids who are damaging their brains, bodies, and everything else using like substances to increase their muscle mass. Look, the bill always comes. Like the body keeps track. And that's why I say like to fat people, like the body the body keeps track. And these kids, and these are just like 3 examples, like there are probably many, many more examples. They serve as an inspiration for a lot of other kids who will go to the black market to get probably very questionable substances. And they will take these drugs because they want to look that way. And honestly, let's be honest, to satisfy the male gaze, because I think men look this way for men. That's my opinion. So, like, don't trade your health, your life expectancy, your brain functions for virality. You know, because some of these things you may never be able to get it back. So I know going to the gym, lifting weights, being on a diet, it's boring. It'll take longer, but it will guarantee you a longer, healthier life. And for the love of God, TikTok, just please, how can we allow these videos to be up in the platform? How can we allow teenagers to be using substances that are legal, but they're using them illegally and posting that? And hundreds of thousands of people are seeing this, and hundreds of thousands of people are looking at it, and they are saying, oh my God, this is amazing. You know, like, you look so amazing. Your body, like body goals or whatever, you know? And it's even sadder that we can see that on so readily on TikTok with so many kids watching it and asking questions they should be asking a doctor. Not a 16-year-old on TikTok taking like steroids. Okay. So stay natty, people. Don't use steroids. And that's it for today's video. If you haven't seen the video I posted earlier this week, make sure you check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me for more, and I'll see you in my next video. If today's your birthday, happy birthday, and bye-bye.